go to work, do some work, come back so you can earn some money, relax, complete tasks that have been generated by your mind, and then with that completion you receive some dopamine. But now the mind is constantly creating these nonsensical tasks, right? Sometimes unachievable tasks that you cannot achieve, and then you bash yourself for that. Now allow yourself to understand that you are the most fundamentally important middle piece of everything that revolves around you, right? If there's chaos in your mind, in your vessel, in your hardware, that will project out, right? So instead of focusing on that rat race, where is it that you want to go and why is it you want to do all of these things, right? Because you're just running. You're running, thinking, you're never quieting your mind. Right? We all want a sense of safety and hope, and that's why we're working and running around to get money, right? So we can get to that point of safety, relax, everything's cool, because without it, we will struggle. And that is again now part of the conditioning, the intent conditioning, deception that has been told to you. For once you realize that all those tasks are created unintentionally by automation in your mind, and you can never satisfy it in that manner, you realize a lot of your focus and attention is being diverted to a lot of nonsensical things. And when you start to understand the value of those thoughts and your focus. So let's talk about it in a realistic sense. So in the body and the mind, your brain, you have neurons, synapses, action potentials, chemically, electrically induced chemical messages from the one neuron through the synapse, a different neuron, a lot of neurons in your mind. Now what happens when you think? You are directing attention, focus, energy to some section in the brain because you're having a specific thought. And when you're having that thought repeatedly, the brain is not aware of what you are thinking. It just knows that you are thinking a certain thing very frequently, and therefore it must be important, and therefore it must make it easier for you to do it. Practice makes perfect, always. Now if you're having detrimental thoughts, you bring energy, right, into those previous past life or future outcomes. Detrimental. And it's strengthening those neural synaptic connections inside of your brain, making it easier for you to have those same thoughts, which results in them being second nature. Then you're not even aware that you're constantly thinking of that. Now that is if you are having detrimental thoughts, which create a chain reaction of chemicals that are secreted in the fight or flight, the sympathetic nervous system that is on, which reinforce more negative thoughts, which have already become second nature, and eventually you develop into something which you are not even aware of, and it becomes normal to you. It is not normal, it is just the conditioning, right? Now, let us move back. Now, these are detrimental thoughts and outcomes. Let us just move to nonsensical ones. The fact that we've been conditioned in a way that the brain must always be thinking about what, right? We as human beings, we make decisions, we imagine, we create, we project, and we use that energy and that focus to create possibilities, infinite potential possibilities. The focus must remain on that now. When we focus on things such as anything else than ourselves, which is outward, while we have a war going on inside of our own vessel, you can see how that will be detrimental, for you will ignore and misinterpret whatever is going on, the feelings, uncomfortable feelings that you are having for something outside. It is not. It may seem as if it is outside. Abusive husband, or lack of money, or situation, or whatever. Understand, to an extent, it is true in base reality with the interpretation of the characters and what is going on first must go through us, and first that interpretation must change before we can act accordingly. And the point that I'm trying to get to is you will live your entire life. You will live your entire life under misinterpretation for the way that you feel, the pain that you feel is being caused to you by the rest of the world, the rest of the people, your boss, your mother, father, your neighbor. All these people will cause you suffer. You should understand the interpretation that we create, or that the self is created in the mind. So it's imperative that we redirect our attention, right, to solving whatever is inside our own vessels. Now, what most likely is going on is that you've been hurt. Your heart. Think of a bird. Use the example. Take a bird, right? A neglected bird, what does it do? It removes its own feathers. Okay, think of a human being that is self-inflicting some type of harm on him or herself. It seems to some people like, that's crazy. I can't believe those people are doing it. I would never do. Look at a bird. Bird doesn't have a developed frontal lobe to constantly think and create these. Yet you put the bird under stress, or any other animal, you will see that is what will happen to it, for it is the heart that is being damaged. And the brain is receiving that information from the heart and creating some misinterpretation from it. You see it as an error. Now, the base fundament of that emotion that you're feeling from your mother or your father, or what the hell ever happened, especially in your childhood, the subconscious hides that from you, for it is an experience that it cannot understand, and it must understand everything. It cannot experience something it cannot understand, right? It stores that for future, when it's going to bring it up to you in the future, because it must understand that it must strengthen you. That is the natural process of how it occurs. But now, the longer that stays in the subconscious, the more it seeps and integrates into the base fundament of the rest of your thinking. It does not matter what you're thinking about, right? And the more interpretations, the more something happens or somebody comes around you which even slightly correlates to that web network, that emotion will come up, and the brain will create the interpretation that it is this person or this scenario that is making us feel this emotion. But understand it's a misinterpretation. The base fundament of it is something else that happened, and you will go living your entire life without coming to that conclusion. Okay? Imagine living your life, imagine pursuing your dreams, realistically wanting to do anything, having a family, relationship, pursuing goals. You will be met with severe resistance, for the resistance is in your mind, it's in your body. It's not out there, okay? So you'll be met with resistance, even if you're in the desert with nothing. You will be met with severe resistance because it's in your vessel, right? Now that being said, now we're aware of that. Let's reshift our focus. Any detrimental thing which triggers, because the body builds up a dependency by drugs for that negative emotion. It feels something, and it also becomes normal to us. We start to have those thoughts every single day, and what we're doing is we've adjusted our focus unintentionally but also intentionally to these negative thought patterns. We've solidified them and created such a deep, strong neural synaptic connection that it has become priority in the brain. We need to readjust the focus, right, to what is possible, for everything is possible in the infinite unknown potential. Okay, you will understand this. You will understand it if you go and you seek for it. That you will see you are capable of much more that you've been told, and you've been told that you are capable of this and that for a reason. You have been conditioned for a reason. And now, if you have some trauma that has happened to you in your life, especially in your childhood, and you're now already conditioned in some manner, good luck trying to get help. Because you will go to the doctor, you will go to the psychologist, you will go to the therapist, where you will be prescribed a medication to numb the way you are feeling. The reason that you are feeling that way, the reasons, the causations, they will develop and become worse, but you will be numbed out to it. For it is your body's feedback mechanisms that you are numbing. And those same medication, it's not just because it's synthetic. It's addictive. It's addictive. There's much better medicine, alright? And there's somebody that's profiting on top of that. That's just one example. You go to the gym. You have an issue with your wife, right? Where do you go? Go to the courts. Okay, good luck there. Throwing all your money away. There is no winner there. Look in any industry where you go seek help. This place is rigged. Brothers and sisters, it is rigged, unfortunately, like that. And that's the reason why I go and I make these videos, because even if one person out there can find some understanding and come to some realization, it will give me the most satisfaction, for that's my journey, that is my task, that is my purpose. I'm still learning, I'll always be learning. But I know enough now to tell you that there you will not find the assistance that you need. For they'll take your money, and unfortunately, even in the doctors and the professionals, it is not them that is profiting off you. The doctor doesn't get more money the more if he prescribes you certain medication or more medication, right? It's in the studies already there. And this disease is named this and this, and we use this medication to treat it. Okay? So it's not even them. They think that they're helping you. So even the people, you think you're getting help by people that think that they're helping you. Bro, you're good luck like that. Good luck like that. You know, the only chance is if you come upon someone on your path which is really gonna see what's going on. Okay, because you cannot, from one approach, try and assist somebody. The approach is much more broad than just some medication or come in my office 10 minutes or half an hour and speak to me and all your problems. No. It's not like that. It's not like that. It is like that, but not in that manner that is being done. So your focus, adjust it. Adjust your focus. Now you might say, what? My life's terrible. My life's terrible. I mean, what is there? Understand? Interpretation is created like that. The focus is on everything that makes it terrible. It's the mind that's creating the interpretation that it's terrible, focusing on everything that's terrible. Understand? It's your mind that's doing that. And we're going to use the same mind and flip it around. Okay? I think I'll make another video for that. I don't even know why I made this one. But that is enough said for this video. I shall see you soon.